Hey guys, what's going on? It's Tony from Lowell Paintball, and today I'm going to do a quick video on how to identify a poppet marker, how it functions, and then how to actually maintain your poppet valve marker. Alright guys, so let's start off very basic. Over here I have an E-Tech 5, and over here I have an LV1.5. Both of these are poppet valve markers. So you may ask yourself, what's the difference between a spool and a poppet, or what is a poppet? A poppet valve basically is when the trigger is pulled on the paintball gun, your rammer will strike your valve, which causes it to open and allows compressed air to actually fire the paintball marker. So once again, you've got a rammer that sits back here. Once you pull the trigger, this rammer will slide forward right into your valve. Hitting that valve will open up, allow airflow into the gun, and there's a spring up front that'll close that valve, and the process will repeat over and over again. The best thing about a poppet valve is normally they are more efficient and they require less maintenance compared to a spool valve because they do have less O-rings on the inside. A couple advantages, once again, lower maintenance. They tend to get better air efficiency compared to a spool valve, and they don't have as many O-rings. So at that point in time, you have to do less maintenance and change less O-rings. There are a couple disadvantages. Once again, generally speaking, they're a little bit louder than a spool valve marker because there are two parts into the firing process compared to one with a spool valve. And then normally, due to the functionality of a poppet valve, they are not as smooth shooting as a spool valve, but that can definitely be argued with the newer models of the LV1 platform. Okay, so guys, I explained to you what a poppet is, how it kind of differs from a spool valve. So let's get into, you said all this stuff, how do I actually pull this out and how do I maintenance this marker? So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to jump into this LV1.5. I am going to actually, first off, pull the bolt up and out, and then I'm going to go through the back to access that rammer. So what I'll do, got my Allen wrench, I'm going to take off the back cap of this LV1.5. So basically you have to take your bolt out first because when you do, this bolt connects to your rammer. So this bolt pin is all in one. This pin will go down and that'll connect to your rammer piece. So let's pull this rammer on out. That slides right on out of there. So basically this is the actual rammer that comes in the LV1.5. So there's a couple O-rings on here. Well, more than a couple, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This, in my opinion, other than maybe putting just a little bit on your bolt O-rings, which some people say, no, your bolt will swell up. Don't do that. Everyone's different, but this is the main piece you need to worry about. Pull your rammer out of the back after you take your back cap off. You're going to want to take a couple drops of oil. Once again, this is oil. When you buy this gun stock from Planet Eclipse, they put oil in this case instead of grease like a spool valve. So every O-ring you see, couple drops of oil on that one as well. You don't want to just super coat this thing, just drench this in oil just enough to where you know it's going to slide back and forth. You don't have to just be sopping in oil. So really, that's it. We're going to put this thing back in there, slide it in. We're going to install our back cap. And then what we'll do finally, because a lot of people, once they do this actual part, they have an issue with lining up your actual rammer with the bolt pin itself. So we're going to screw that in. We'll tighten it all the way. And then on the inside here, there is a groove that actually this bolt pin will connect with this rammer. So you want to kind of line it up. It's going to be super hard for the camera to see. I have to see to be able to get it in the correct position. So you slide your bolt in, you push your bolt pin down, and then the way to check it in the breech here. So basically, some people line it up and they think everything's good, and they push your bolt pin down, and oh, it's that easy. As long as you can push this forward and see your bolt that stops just past the feed neck, everything is connected. You are good to go, because if you put your rammer in backwards or don't have it lined up properly, this gun, you're going to put air to it and it's not going to function. So you have to make sure your bolt pin goes into the groove of the rammer. All right, guys, so once again, that was a quick video as to what a poppet valve is, how it operates, basically how to pull it out, oil that rammer, slide it back in, line it up with your bolt pin. You guys are going to be good to go. So Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and put in the comments below what other videos or maintenance stuff you'd like to see, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.